What's happening, Gymshark? It's your girl, Esme here, and today we have got a mobility and stretch for running specifically. Now, as you know, this is part of the Gymshark 66. You can use this workout before a run, after a run, or literally just do it when you're not running for a little bit of fun, just to open out the body. So what we're gonna do is spend most of this session down on the floor, so let's get down there now. And all I want you to do to start with is get yourself onto your hands and knees. So you're gonna be here, and we're just gonna level everything out. So our shoulders are directly over our hands and our hips are directly over our knees. And I just want you to get a little bit of movement through the back. So from here, we're gonna lift up the chin and we're gonna stick our bum all the way out. And then we're gonna just pull everything in and squeeze up here, okay? So what we're really doing here, although we're gonna be moving through the back and the spine, we're actually activating the pelvis and getting a little bit of movement in there. So with that in mind, I want you to put your focus in that part of your body, okay? So you keep doing that while I just show you what I mean by that. So from here, we're sticking the bum out. We can feel the pelvis stick that way. And then we're gonna suck the belly button in and scoop forward, okay? So all of the movement is coming from here, making it more mobile as we go. You've got about 15 more seconds here just to work through that. So let's just take deep breaths and become fully present in what we're doing. You're gonna notice throughout this session that I'm gonna ask you to focus on different parts of your body. When we do that, I want you to really send all your energy into it. So at this point, we're thinking about the pelvis. Let's take deep breaths and breathe energy into the pelvis and really tune in with our body. It's really important that we don't just come into any of these sessions that you're doing and we just get through them, yeah? Blank out and just get through the 10 minutes. We wanna really be focused on what we're doing and fully present. What we're gonna do is just level out there. I want you to take one foot to the outside of your hand. Now, I don't mind which one you choose, but take one foot to the outside of your hand and just get comfortable in that position. From here, we're gonna lift the same hand up all the way to the ceiling. Big stretch here, and then we're gonna bring it back down, okay? From that position, you're gonna send everything backwards and just try and get some lengthen down the back of the leg. Do not worry if you can't go really far back, it's chill. So we come to here, we push the hips forward, we lift up. We take it down to the floor and we push all the way back. Now, once you've got those movements in your system, I want you to just take your time and move through them, okay? You don't always need to be going at the same pace as me. All of our bodies are different. So at any moment that you feel a little twinge anywhere, I want you to take a second and breathe into it, okay? Pushing back here. Nice. You've got 20 seconds here to enjoy this. And note what I said there about enjoying this, all right? We're not spending this time just getting through it. This is not punishment. This is everything our body needs right now. 3, 2, and 1. Nice one. Replace that leg back and bring the other one forward so that we can get into the same position. So first of all, we just practice that movement of taking the fingertips all the way up to the ceiling, sending the hips forward and breathe. We then take that hand down and push it back. Find that position there. Now you might notice that there's a difference in flexibility on each side. That is normal. Go with it. We are fine. Don't create problems that aren't there. Very normal. All right, working through that flow. You've got about 45 seconds to just work through that at the pace you want. So we really need those hips to be nice and open, okay? Especially when we're running, because it's gonna give us so much more freedom. The hips are crucial in running. I think we just focus on the feet because they're the things touching the floor. And maybe our knees we focus on a lot, but we really forget about the hips when it comes to running. And actually they're point 1 of the whole system, yeah? If you think of hips as point 1, knees as point 2, and the feet as point 3. This all begins here. By opening up the hips, it's going to give us more movement and it's going to be able to keep us more supported through the rest of the leg. You've got 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to take that back, let the legs go back a bit further, and just let the hips drop completely down now. Pull up out of the chest here. Now we're going to work into the hamstrings. You're going to be probably really familiar with this move that we're going to do. So first things first, pull your shoulders away from your ears, sink those hips down. Now, I want you to try something here. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, see if you can relax into that position there where the hips go down. There's two different types of stretching that we've got here, yeah? So when we are holding it up like this and we've got the hips lifted, my glutes are squeezing, I'm here, I'm actively stretching. This is an active position. What I want you to do for the rest of this is try and be a bit more passive. That means relaxing down and just letting the weight of the body sink in. By doing it passively, we're gonna work more into ligaments, tendons, joints, rather than just muscle. From here, we're gonna tuck the toes under. We're gonna go active first. So send the bum to the ceiling, push it back, and be active in that position. So by that, I mean that we're fully supported. We're pushing the heels down to the floor. We're sending the bum as high up as we can. We're pushing our chest towards our thighs. There's so much activity going on. We're gonna take a deep breath in. And as we breathe out, make it passive. Just let everything sink. Yeah, my heels have just sunk down. My chest has just sunk through my arms. And then active again. Here we go, pushing everything. This is working into the muscles. Maybe twist side to side. Take a deep breath in. And make it a passive stretch. Go right deep into the joints, into the ligaments, into the tendons. Perfect. Pull it forwards and take it into this position. Okay, so we're now going to work through these two positions. From here, tuck your toes, push it back, and just keep working through that. Now, every time you go into that downward dog position, can you push a little bit further back into those hamstrings before you make it passive? Let's see if we can find a flow here. Let's use the breath. Stretching is always a really funny one because we measure ourselves, like we measure our success on ourselves based on how flexible we are. It's really strange. It's like one of those things that when we stretch and we don't feel flexible or mobile, we think we're failing. And it's like, how often do you spend actually stretching though? Like nothing comes for free. Like someone could get up and stretch every single day and be really flexible, and then you do it and you'd be like, oh, why aren't I that flexible? Because you don't do it. Isn't it mad? Don't measure yourself based on how flexible you are right now. Just enjoy what your body can do. And you'll notice that if you keep doing this, yeah, and you're following that Gymshark 66 with all the different things we've got going on in there, your stretching is going to change every time. Yeah, how you feel is going to change every time. The limit that you can go to is going to change every time. Listen, come back down to this position here. Have a little bit of a shake off, send it back, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to bring one leg forward into something called a pigeon stretch. So you might be familiar with this. You're going to bring it forwards, and all you're going to do is come up nice and high here in this position. So you know how we were doing that upward dog earlier, where we were up? We're doing the same thing. We've just got one leg forward, all right? Just put it to where it's comfortable, okay? I could be saying right now, like, make sure your foot's in line with your knee, and no. You just put it forward and lean into it, okay? Don't worry about making it so robotic. This is your body. We're all different. From here, that active, squeeze your glute really hard. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And now you're going to see if you can, don't worry if you can't, lower your elbows down and make it passive by breathing in and breathing out. Now just flop. That's going to feel really unfamiliar for some of you. Like just flop. Like literally let your belly out, let your head drop, let everything go. Stop being perfect right now. Good. That should be really, really nice. You should feel that in the glute, you should feel that in the hip. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Bring it back up and changing sides, bringing it forward. Now, as you bring this forward, notice the difference between the two sides, the one you stretched and the one you haven't, yeah? For me, that bit there, I feel so much more looser than when I was on the other side. Okay, we're active. Lifting up, squeeze, squeeze your glutes. Squeeze, 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 yeah? You should be getting sensations through inner thigh, through hip, through glute, everywhere. We take a deep breath in. We breathe out. We drop if we can to the elbows, don't worry if not. Flop, flop, like literally like go, like that. And just let everything hang out. What a feeling. It's like taking your bra off at the end of the day, that feeling. If you don't wear a bra, you're missing out. Nothing beats that feeling. Nothing. Chill here. Breathe. Yeah, really think about what I was saying earlier about active and passive. Let's try and take that into stretches that we're always doing, even if we're not using this workout, yeah? How we can just passively let it happen. Find that hard, right? Bring it back up. And then all you're gonna do is come to here, open the knees for the final stretch. I want you to pull your bum back and just push right back in there to get a nice release. Hold that there for me as we finish off this stretch and float for runners. So just keep it here. Yeah, and I want you to take one thing from this. Sometimes in order to grow and sometimes in order to move forward, we need to let go. What are you holding on to right now that you can let go of? What are you holding on to could potentially stop you from achieving these things that we're laying out in front of you over the next 66 days, yeah? So have a think about that and let it go now. Take a deep breath in and let it go. You've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. All right, bring it in. Take a moment. Listen, like I said to you at the beginning, you can use this before a run, after a run, or just for fun. I didn't mean to make that rhyme, but it did. Don't forget to check out more workouts, and we'll see you very soon. Well done.